Story 1 of 7. Australian IS-linked women and children attempt return from Syria to Australia. Australian IS-linked women and children attempt return from Syria to Australia. Here's what every outlet agrees on. 4 Australian women, Zainab Ahmed, Kauza Abbas, Zura Ahmed, Janae Safar, and 9 grandchildren left Al-Roj camp in Syria on April 26, 2026, heading to Damascus. The group has secured plane tickets to Australia and plans to depart Damascus within the next few days, as of April 27, 2026. The group has been detained in Al-Roj camp for 7 years following the fall of the Islamic State Caliphate. This is the second attempt by the group to return to Australia since February 2026. The first attempt involved 11 families, 34 women and children, who were turned back 50 kilometers from Damascus. At least one member of the cohort is subject to a temporary exclusion order, TEO, barring them from travelling to Australia for up to 2 years on national security grounds. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian says the Syrian government forces coordinated the group's departure from Al-Roj camp, but The Age and ABC described the process as not being facilitated by the Australian government. The Age and ABC state that the group's first attempt in February 2026 was due to an administrative issue with Syrian government forces, while ABC also notes a tip-off to the media thwarted the attempt. The Guardian reports that the group's departure was perfectly coordinated with Syrian government forces, while other sources suggest the group is acting independently without government support. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 2 of 7. Shooting at White House Correspondents Dinner targets Trump administration officials. Shooting at White House Correspondents Dinner targets Trump administration officials. Here's what every outlet agrees on. A man armed with a shotgun, handgun, and multiple knives stormed a security checkpoint at the Washington Hilton Hotel during the White House Correspondents' Dinner on April 26, 2026, around 8:36 p.m. local time. The suspect, identified as Cole Thomas Allen, 31, of Torrance, California, was apprehended by Secret Service agents before reaching the ballroom where Donald Trump and other officials were seated. Donald Trump, Melania Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and other cabinet members were evacuated from the ballroom after gunshots were heard. A Secret Service agent was shot but not seriously injured due to a bulletproof vest. The suspect allegedly sent a manifesto to family members before the attack, targeting Trump administration officials and referring to himself as the friendly federal assassin. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and The Age report that the suspect's brother contacted police in Connecticut about the manifesto 2 hours after the shooting, while White House sources told the Associated Press the contact was made minutes before the attack. The New York Post and The Age claim the suspect's manifesto explicitly excluded FBI Director Kash Patel as a target, but The Guardian notes the manifesto did not reference Trump by name. ABC and The Age report that the suspect was armed with a shotgun, handgun, and multiple knives, while some sources suggest the exact number of knives is unclear. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au, SBS News, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 3 of 7. Sabastian Sawe breaks 2-hour marathon barrier in London Marathon 2026. Sabastian Sawe breaks 2-hour marathon barrier in London Marathon 2026. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Sebastian Sawe of Kenya became the first man to run a marathon under 2 hours, finishing the 2026 London Marathon in 1 hour 59 minutes and 30 seconds. Yomif Kajelcha of Ethiopia finished second in 1 hour 59 minutes and 41 seconds, also breaking the 2-hour barrier. Jacob Kiplimo of Uganda took third place in 2 hours and 28 seconds. The previous world record of 2 hours and 35 seconds was set by Kelvin Kiptum in 2023 at the Chicago Marathon. Tigsta Sefa of Ethiopia won the women's race in 2 hours 15 minutes and 41 seconds, breaking her own women's-only world record. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and ABC report Sawe's age as 31 and 30, respectively, though both sources likely refer to the same event. The Guardian states Sawe's time was 1 hour 59 minutes and 30 seconds, while ABC confirms the same time but also notes it was 65 seconds faster than Kiptum's record, which is consistent across sources. The Guardian mentions Sawe's second half time as 59:01, while ABC does not explicitly state this but confirms the overall time was faster than Kipchoge's unofficial run. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and SBS News. Story 4 of 7. King Charles III state visit to the US amid strained UK-US relations and controversy over Trump's policies. King Charles III state visit to the US amid strained UK-US relations and controversy over Trump's policies. Here's what every outlet agrees on. King Charles III and Queen Camilla will visit the US for a 4-day state visit starting April 29, 2026, marking the 250th anniversary of US independence from Britain. The visit follows a shooting incident at a Washington press gala on April 26, 2026, where Donald Trump and other US administration members were likely targets, but the visit was not cancelled. Donald Trump has publicly criticized British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, calling him not Winston Churchill and dismissing Britain's aircraft carriers as toys over the Iran war. King Charles III will address a joint session of Congress on April 30, 2026, becoming the second British monarch to do so after Queen Elizabeth II in 1991. King Charles III's brother, Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, is under investigation for his links to Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex offender, and was arrested in February 2026 for leaking government documents. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC reports that King Charles previously said in 1970 that they were trying to marry me off to Tricia Nixon, while The Guardian does not mention this anecdote. The ABC states that the shooting incident at the press gala involved likely targets being Trump and other US administration members, but The Guardian does not explicitly confirm the targets beyond the incident itself. The ABC includes a quote from a Buckingham Palace spokesperson confirming the visit would proceed as planned after the shooting, while The Guardian does not provide a direct quote from the palace on this decision. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 5 of 7. McDonald's wins VCAT approval to build on Melbourne's world's coolest street. McDonald's wins VCAT approval to build on Melbourne's world's coolest street. Here's what every outlet agrees on. McDonald's won a VCAT appeal to open a 24/7 takeaway outlet at 323 High Street, Northcote, after Darebin City Council rejected its application in November 2025. Darebin City Council initially rejected the application in a 6-3 vote, citing concerns it would compromise Northcote's unique character, and was supported by a petition of over 11,000 signatures. VCAT member Michael Dayden ruled that the planning system in Victoria is somewhat blind to the final operator and that McDonald's could not be denied based on its corporate identity or cool vibes of the area. The site at 323 High Street has been vacant since a fire in 2023 and was described as uninviting and targeted by vandalism and trespassers. McDonald's claims the development will generate approximately 100 jobs during construction and an additional 100 jobs once operational, including full-time, part-time, and casual positions. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and The Age state VCAT ruled that McDonald's could not be denied based on its corporate approach or cool vibes, but ABC does not explicitly quote this exact phrasing from Dayden's decision. The Guardian and The Age mention Dayden visited the site and felt unsafe, but ABC does not include this detail. The Guardian and The Age specify the site was vacant for a number of years and since 2023, while ABC only states it has been empty for more than a year. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and The Age. Story 6 of 7. 5-year-old Aboriginal girl Sharon abducted from Alice Springs town camp, search for suspect Jefferson Lewis. 5-year-old Aboriginal girl Sharon abducted from Alice Springs town camp, search for suspect Jefferson Lewis. Here's what every outlet agrees on. 5-year-old girl named Sharon went missing from Old Timers Camp in Alice Springs on April 26, 2026, reported missing at 1:30 a.m. or 1:35 a.m. Sharon was last seen at 11:30 p.m. on April 25, 2026, in her bed wearing a dark blue short-sleeve t-shirt with a white stripe around the neck and sleeves, and black boxer-style underwear. Police are searching for 47-year-old Jefferson Lewis, who was in old-timers camp at the same time and has not been located. Lewis was recently released from prison and is known to police for domestic and family violence-related offenses, but not for child-related offenses. Police believe Sharon was abducted and are treating the case as a criminal investigation involving major crime detectives. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states Sharon was reported missing at 1:35 a.m., while ABC states 1:30 a.m. ABC mentions police believe Sharon likely wandered off through an unlocked door, but The Guardian does not explicitly state this theory. ABC notes that police are not ruling out the possibility that other residents of Old Timers Camp are missing, but The Guardian does not mention this. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 7 of 7. 9 whole foods high in protein recommended by dietitians. 9 whole foods high in protein recommended by dietitians. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Cottage cheese contains more than 12 g of protein per half cup serve, 100 calories. Higher protein dairy milks offer 16-18 g of protein per glass, along with 400 to 600 milligrams of calcium. Protein breads provide 18-20 g of protein per serve, compared to 8-12 g in regular bread. Edamame offers 8-9 g of protein per half cup serve and contains all essential amino acids. Higher protein yogurts are made by straining and fermenting with live bacterial cultures to concentrate protein. This story was covered by Sydney Morning Herald and The Age.